Hello and welcome to the training session for entry of personal details of employees. The employee's information in MSTAR can be entered at very detailed level and is categorized in various sections such as personal details, official details, qualification details, health details, etc. In MSTAR personal details screen, you can enter basic personal information of the employees such as name, father's name, Aadhaar card number, address, contact details, etc. So before we start this activity, we must ensure that the current academic year has been defined and the school's information has been entered in the configuration module. Now let us see the steps to enter the personal details of an employee. Click on the button MSTAR. Select the module HRMS from the module list. The module name HRMS appears on the screen, which means that you are now working in the HRMS module. Click on the button Activities and select the screen Personal Details from the list of screens. Once the screen opens, we can see various fields wherein we can enter the employee's details. The first field is the employee ID. We do not have to enter anything in this field as this is an automatically generated number. As it is an automatically generated number, it will be a unique serial number generated as per the order in which the employees are entered in the application. Now the next field is employee number. Enter the employee number. This is again a unique number or code of the employee that you may already be assigning to all the employees who are joining in the school. This is an optional field and it is not required for saving the personal details of the employees. But in most of the employee related screens, the employee number wise search is available along with the name. So even if it is an optional field, we advise you to enter it for all the employees. In case the employee number is not applicable in your school, then you can enter this number as a sequential number as per the employee's designation. For example, for principal, you can enter this employee number as 1. So, enter first name of the employee. The employee's first name as entered in this field would get printed in the OMV card. Therefore, be careful in entering the name of the employee. In the field last name, enter the surname of the employee. This is also an optional field. You can enter maximum 25 characters in this field. If you have entered this field, then this will get printed on the OMV card. You can enter both text and number in this field. In both these fields, the first name and the last name, you can enter both capital letters and small letters. So please make sure that you maintain the same pattern for all the employees. That is, either you enter in the capital letters or you enter in the small letters for all the employees in both first name and last name. Select marital status, that is the married or unmarried status of the employee. Enter father's name of the employee. Father's name field is an optional field and you can enter 51 characters in this field. You can enter both text and number in this field. Enter spouse name. Now for the spouse name, the field would get enabled for entry only if we have selected the marital status as widow, widower, married. For marital status such as divorced, unmarried, separated and not available, the spouse name field will not get enabled for entry. Select gender. Enter date of birth of the employee. Date of birth of the employee gets printed on the OMV card of the employee. The format of date of birth has to be entered as day, month and year. While we enter the date of birth, the slashes in between the dates come on their own. Now you can enter the time of birth of the employee. The format of time of birth would be hours, minutes and seconds. You can also click on the AM to make it as PM and further click on PM to make it AM. Enter the place of birth of employee. This is an optional field as well along with the time of birth field. In the place of birth field, you can enter maximum 50 characters and both text and number. You can also enter the identification mark of the employee. Maximum 99 characters can be entered in this field and both text and number can be entered. Now select the nationality of the employee. Select religion of the employee. In case any field or any value is not available in religion, you can enter that in the configuration module. Select social class of the employee. Again, if any value is not available in this list, you can enter it in the configuration module. Against the box special category, click and select the special category of the employee. This is basically to indicate whether employee belongs to a specific category based on which he may be getting some benefits in school, or this can be only maintained for records. Enter the PAN number of the employee. Both text and characters can be entered. Maximum 15 characters can be entered and it is an optional field. Enter the license number of the employee if available. This is an optional field and you can enter 25 characters in this field. Enter the Aadhaar enrollment number of the employee. You can enter maximum 20 characters in this field. Again, both text and numbers can be entered. You can also enter enrollment date of the Aadhaar card as per the date format. Enter the Aadhaar number. Maximum 20 characters can be entered in Aadhaar number and both text and number are allowed. This is also an optional field for saving the details in the personal screen. Now let us move to save the address of the employee. Click on the box next to the address type and you will see a list of address types. These are the address types that we can capture for one employee. That is the doctor address, emergency address, official, permanent, postal and present address. Also residential address can be captured for an employee. Enter the address against the field address 1. You can also use the box against address 2 to write if the address is long. Enter the city. Select the state from the list of states. Select country from the list of countries. Enter PIN code if available. This is an optional field. You can also enter the PO box number if available with you for the employee address. And now enter the telephone number of the employee. In the next field, you can also enter the second telephone number or the mobile number of the employee. This mobile number will be used for sending the SMSs to the employee. Enter the email ID of the employee if available. Now we are ready to save the details of the employee. In this screen, you will also see the photograph section. If we have the employee photograph right now with us, we can attach it. Else, we can click on the circle against the no and click on save button if we want to save the details without attaching the photograph at this moment. To attach the photographs of the employee, we will further show you the steps in the next section of the tutorial. Click on button save. The data saving confirmation message is received. Click on OK. Click clear button to clear the screen. Now it is important for us to see the details that has been entered. So for that, click on the view button and a new window titled List of Employees appear. We see the list of all the employees that have already been entered in the personal screen. You can move down and select your employee, or you can also enter the name of the employee and it will search the name of the employee you're looking for. Once the name is there, click once on the row and the window closes while showing the details of the employee on the main screen. Check the details as entered are correct. Repeat these steps to enter the personal details of other employees. Now, let us see how to update the details of existing employees. For this, click on the View button and it will again open the window list of employees. The window shows the list of all the employees that have already been entered. Either select from the list or enter the name of the employee in the box below the employee name and it will search the employee name for you. Click on the row and the details of the employees which we want to update appear on the main screen. Update the details as required and click on Save button. The data saving confirmation message is received. Click on OK on the message and clear the screen by clicking on the Clear button. Again, it is important for us to check the details that we have just updated. So, click on the View button and select the employee. The details as changed appear on the screen. Click on the Clear button and it clears our screen. Repeat these steps to update the details of other employees. The key points to remember in this screen are that the personal details to be entered for those employees for whom salary is processed in the school. Employee last name, even though it is an optional field, but it is an important entry as it is printed on the OMV card. It is recommended that the employee number is also entered for all the employees. And in case the school does not have the employee number same as the employee ID can be entered. Thank you for watching this video.